All right. Welcome, everyone. It's 7:01. I think we should get started just so we can keep the next um, group on time. Um, I am Amaya Enrico, and I teach eighth grade, soon to be McCurdy. So if you talk to your kids and they have same teacher with the same name, that's me. Um, we are going to introduce ourselves as the homeroom teachers. And then from there, if you have any questions individually about specific subjects, if we can answer them in the big group, we can answer them that way. Or if there isn't enough time, we ask that you just email teachers individually for questions that you have if they didn't get answered. Um, I am a eighth grade homeroom teacher, and Mrs. Martin is also an eighth grade homeroom teacher. I have eighth grade this year for religion and art. Um, on top of that, we have the whole eighth grade in general. Um, we will try to establish a legacy project. I'm sure many of you have um, heard about that before. If you're new to the school, every year eighth graders get to choose something that they want to donate back to the school. We do a big wreath sale so that they can earn for that. Again, this year, Mrs. Horton, I believe, has decided to take the lead on that. So we're very grateful for that. And all of the money that comes in with our wreaths will be decided what we do with that from the kids' point of view and also school needs. So hopefully we can talk to the kids and decide what they want to do. We've had this last class, they donated a new ball thing outside. Um, what else did we get? Anybody? Legacy? Do we know? I know in the past we've had our water fountains and our benches that we eat outside. So things like that that can be donated back to the school. Um, we will try to figure that out. We also asked that eighth grade this year does 8 hours of community service. 4 of those hours can be used from service that they did over the summer. And then we ask that they try to complete 4 new hours up until Christmas. And then after that, they have 8 more hours during second semester. Erin?
Hi, I am Erin Martin. Like Mrs. McCurdy said, I am also an eighth grade homeroom teacher. Just kind of went over some general things we'll do in eighth grade. I'm just going to tell you what classes I teach because I know, especially if you're new, it's hard to put a name with a face and a subject. So I teach sixth grade math course 2. I teach both sections of seventh grade math. I teach eighth grade algebra and both sections of eighth grade physical science. So if you have questions about any of those subjects, feel free to email me and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Seventh grade, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Sure. So I'm Nicole Schutte, and I am a seventh grade homeroom teacher. I teach both seventh grades for English, and then I teach eighth grade English and literature. And couple things for seventh grade, service hours, we are also doing 8 hours each semester, just like eighth grade. And just like eighth grade, they can use half of those hours can be from over the summer. And then we do have some big news because seventh grade did not get to go to Moss last year as sixth graders. They are going this year. We're going January 24th. Fingers crossed that doesn't change. So it will be a winter one. And as it gets closer, we will be hitting up parents to help us chaperone with that. And Max, you can go. Okay, I think Max, Mr. Groniger might be having some technical difficulties. So maybe we go on to 6th grade for now.
I am Cody Enrico. I teach 6th grade religion. I also teach 6th grade social studies and 7th grade life science and stream. For 6th grade, we're going to do 6 hours. 3 can come from the summer. And also 6th grade will also be going to Moss. But we are going in November 1st through the 5th. So 6th grade parents, we will also be asking for chaperones soon, since ours is coming up pretty quick. So if you have any questions about social studies for 6th graders or 7th grade life science, please email me. Thanks.
And I'm Amy Zarnicki. Hold on one second. Little feedback issue. I teach 6th grade religion, earth science, as well as 6th grade stream, and then also art for preschool through 7th grade. So if you have any questions in those departments, let me know. I think Cody covered all of our 6th grade extras. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
Well, I'll jump in here. I'm not a homeroom teacher this year, but I do teach in the middle school part-time. And so I teach the 6th grade course 1 math section. I teach the 8th grade introduction to algebra class. And if your child is in Mr. Enrico's homeroom, I teach them for 6th grade earth science. So I have 3 different classes out there in the middle school. So if you have any questions about those classes, feel free to email me. I will try to respond. I'm also the reading specialist here at St. Mark's. And so you might hear my name also pop up if you have a kindergarten through 5th grader. I do a lot of reading in the kindergarten through 5th grade in the morning, and then my afternoons are over in the middle school. So I wear a lot of different hats here.
Hi, I don't know if it's my turn. Oh, Senora, are you going? Sorry, I just got back on. Go ahead. Okay.
We can't hear you.
Is that better? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Sorry. So I'm Angela Paz, Senora Paz, and I teach middle school Spanish for all of the grade levels here in middle school. And it's been a real joy getting to know your kids and exploring different parts of our world. We're going to go into Hispanic Heritage Month here, September 15th through October 15th, and explore different cultures and countries around the world. So I know I sent out, the questionnaire about whether or not you yourself speak any Spanish, but if you do, I invite you to make a video and tell us a little bit more about your own family or experience in the Spanish speaking realm. So, and then I also am blessed to teach Mrs. Martin's 8th grade religion class. So I'm with them most mornings during the week. So it's good to see you all. Thank you so much.
Hi, sorry about that. Zoom was kicking me out a little bit, but I'm Max Groniger and I'm the new teacher, obviously. I teach 7th grade homeroom, which is also, I teach 7th grade religion, which is an awesome class. I'm really enjoying it with the 7th graders, learning about how we can know God through all of his creation. And we'll be learning about Jesus and his human ministry, and also the gift of grace in our lives, especially through the sacraments and the virtues. I also teach literature and really focusing on developing even more so our reading skills, which the kids have very good levels to start off with, and analyze literature. And then social studies, I teach 7th grade social studies, which is Eastern Hemisphere, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia. And lastly, but very importantly, I have a great time with the 8th graders, and we're learning about United States history and the founding and history of our great nation and how we can be better patriots. So really enjoying meeting the kids and the families here at St. Mark's. What a blessing this school is.
I think I forgot to mention that I also teach 6th grade ELA. I have them for a block of 90 minutes. So I see them for English and then also reading. I think I forgot to mention that.
I think that introduction for everyone. Before we get into some questions, there's just a few general reminders. We want to remind you about dress code. So I know that you can look up the dress code online. So things that we're seeing that aren't in dress code are mainly shoes and socks. I think the rule, someone remind me, have to be, those shoes have to be predominantly 85% white, black, or navy blue. Is that correct? Okay. There's 3 things. I'm not sure. And no printed crazy socks. So make sure that we're in dress code every day. We still are required to mask. So just remind your students to wear the mask correctly. Middle school does a great job of that, but we do want to put out that reminder. And keeping the hallways clean. Last year, I think we all got used in middle school to the kids having their own desk. They didn't use lockers, but now everybody's in the hall with lockers, and we need to make sure we keep our belongings in our locker and areas clean. So just a few little housekeeping reminders for the whole middle school. Does anyone have anything to add to that?
So is it hard to just understand Mrs. Martin, or is it
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
just Ms. Martin. You
understand?
can't hear her at all. It's just Ms. Martin. You can't hear her. It's all garbled.
Okay. I think I'll try to sum up, and somebody else, pipe in if I forget something. So she was just trying to remind everybody about staying in dress code. I know last year, Ms. Gordon was pretty lenient on dress code because the kids were in the classroom all day and they weren't moving around. This year, we know that is something that's really important to her, and she would really like everyone to stick to the dress code. Along with dress code, this year we are including masks in that dress code. So it is becoming clear that it's, an everyday reminder for some students that, they have to wear their masks. And I think starting tomorrow, I'm pretty sure starting tomorrow, Mrs. Gordon has printed out dress code write-ups, and included in that is not wearing your mask correctly. I think three infractions, or If they get 3, then they need to serve an after-school detention. And it is 3, not necessarily, like not in the same day. So if someone gets written up for their masks, or they're getting written up, by one teacher, teachers are going to try to communicate and say, has somebody talked to you about your shoes? If nobody's talked to them about their shoes, then that is their dress code for that day. And then they can have that infraction ticket and they can show the other teachers that they've been written up. After 3, they will need to serve an after-school detention from 3 to 3:30. And we are only offering after-school detentions Tuesdays and Thursdays. And that that's pretty much what Mrs. Martin was trying to say. Anything else?
I think she was mentioning about the socks. Sorry, we're new and I don't understand in the handbook about the socks. So if you could just go over that, that would be really helpful, please.
Anybody?
So I'll jump in with the socks. Basically with the socks, white, black, navy blue. Those are the 3 colors you have to choose from for socks. No fun prints, no silly socks, nothing like that. So we've had kids in the past show up in lime green socks. They're out of dress code. We've had kids show up with Marvel character socks. It's out of dress code. They have to be white, they have to be navy blue, they have to be black. Those are their options. And for the boys, this is a big one for middle school, they need a tie for mass on Wednesdays. They have to have that. No gray socks, no logos. Nope, not supposed to have those. It can be, if they're small logos, that's okay. Like, I know sometimes it's really hard to find something that doesn't have a logo, but gray is not, it's listed white, black, or navy blue in the handbook. Boys, make sure they have a tie for mass, and middle school boys have to keep their tie on all day long. I know I've had 6th graders already asking, can I take it off? No, middle schoolers need to keep their ties on throughout the entire day on mass days. So leave that on. I'm trying to think what else. The big one I know Mrs. Gordon has talked about a lot is skirt length.
That's what I was gonna say.
Skirt length for girls, please make sure. And I know I have a middle school girl. I know it's hard. Skirt length, watch that. They grow a lot in middle school. And so if they start to get too short, they need new skirts.
Is the mask being part of the dress code as far as not wearing it properly? Is that something new this year? Because I mean, that was not, you guys didn't do that last year when you were masked, correct? And is that for all grades or only for middle school?
I don't know what the other grades are doing. It really probably 95% of the kids do a fantastic job. What we found last year, and we're seeing it again this year, is it's the same few kids that it's constant. So that we're constantly telling, put it back on, put it back up. And we're just trying to keep everybody safe. We're trying to follow what rules have been set. So again, I mean, 3 times, we shouldn't have to tell them 3. There are some kids that I've told 3 times in one class period to put it back on. So that is why we introduced that this year. And I think it was better when we weren't moving classes all the time, because I don't know why, or maybe just kids are sick of it. But we just need that to happen.
I guess we'll ask, are there any other questions that anybody has?
I do have one more question. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Does each of the classes and perhaps it's already been passed out and I just need to ask my son, do the classes have a syllabus that the parents can read specifically, like what is taught in the class and perhaps the books that you use?
I did one for 8th grade ELA because it's 2 classes and we cover a lot. That's the only one I have a full syllabus for,
I have a sixth grader. I guess I just feel really out of the loop. You know, sixth grade boy, you don't get a whole lot of feedback.
That's why I think it's really important that parents keep updated with our weekly newsletter. In that we have our bi-weekly newsletter, we are letting parents know what is going on in each of their individual classes. And that's kind of where I put what we're doing in ELA or reading and grammar. And I think, you know, as syllabus for me, I don't have a syllabus, but that is where I predominantly try to keep parents updated on what we're doing in the classroom.
And to follow up with, I think it was Kelly just posted about Google Classroom assignments. And I know for myself that for my classes, I do not post regularly to Google Classroom. We do most of our stuff in sixth grade in the classroom. If you have any questions, check with me. I do try to update grades in Redeker weekly. If you do have questions, please let me know.
And for me, a lot of my assignments are on Classroom, but not all of them. And one thing I'm trying to do, because we're seeing more and more kids that are out sick or quarantined, is I'm trying to put in the Classroom stream. Like I just have one post for the week that I keep adding to of what the assignments are. Because sometimes when they're a book assignment, I don't put them on Classroom because it's not due on Classroom. So that would be a good spot to check. I've been doing where I will just have one spot like week of September 7th, and I will just list the assignments. Like I'll list Tuesday, I'll go back in and edit it and add Wednesday tomorrow. So that's a spot that students can look if they're gone, or if they're here, they don't remember, because that's where it'll be.
I know for my class, for my earth science class, definitely, every slideshow of notes that my class takes, those get put on Google Classroom. So you can always have your child log into their account and you can see the slideshows and even the videos that are connected that I've put in the slideshows. You can watch those at home. For the 8th grade intro to algebra class, I am putting the assignments on Google Classroom every single day so they can check. The 6th graders, we haven't started that yet. We're the 6th grade course 1 class, we are still working on, we had to order more textbooks. And so those are in the process of coming. And so once we get more textbooks, then we'll get those posted. At the moment, we're kind of doing worksheets. So those are a little hard to post on Google Classroom. But once the textbooks get in for us in course 1, we'll have more on Google. Mr. Enrico, we can't hear you.
I'll try mine. Hopefully, can you hear me? Yeah. I like utilizing Google Classroom, and we'll definitely be putting all of the assignments, but also resources and announcements on there. So I like the idea of also sharing my PowerPoints. So I will try and do that too.
If there aren't any other questions, then we will say goodbye. We need to get our second meeting going. But if you throughout the night or the week, or if you ever have any questions, please reach out to us and email, because we won't know if there is a problem or if there is a question if you don't let us know. So thank you for joining us today and well, this evening, and we hope we could sometime meet in person. Thank you.